Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Oh, wow. At first I thought about just taking like a good, I don't know, 10 minutes just to kind of decompress from what I saw. But I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just jump right into it. Here's the thing. I feel like this episode was supposed to be for Friday, but a lot of people may remember, they, held a lot of episodes back because of stuff that was going on. And so because of that, I felt like we had that dry ass episode on Friday, and that was kind of meant for Thursday. Um I don't even know where to start. Hold on. Let's start with the breakout. Let's start with the breakout cuz this is wow. So Jason's not there waiting to get tested by some guy. Now, this is after Jordan was downstairs talking to Brick. Just kind of chatting it up or whatever. Now you got Spinelli, you got Carly looking at the cams and everything like that to see what's going on. Brick is like, what's going on? So she's questioning him, like, what are you doing here? Like, what's going on? And for some odd reason, Jordan Collins just drops it. So she drops it. Everyone has this brief sign of relief. And next thing, Jordan goes upstairs and talks to Jason because, he's like, what's going on? Now, Britt had ordered tests for Jason. And Jordan's like, what does he need more tests? He looks good to me. He seems like he's ready to go. Like, what's the hold up? So what that's going on? Oh my god, this was just so much. It just went like a flash for me. So Jordan goes to, I guess, like the nurse, whatever that woman's name is. That I'm not gonna lie, I've seen this woman a couple of times, and for some odd reason, I can never remember her name. I really can't. Especially can't now because just all the craziness that happened. Anyway, she's not there like checking to see like what's going on with tests and stuff like that. Like who's ordering these tests? Like what's good? I'm ready to pick up this dude now. Like what's going on? And so whatever that nurse name is that I just forgot, she was like, yeah, Brett ordered the test, but the thing is, this just some kind of off about that. I remember she said like he was already like scheduled for tests, or he already went for tests or whatever. But Jordan goes back to the room, sees this guy unconscious. So she's pretty much locking down the whole hospital. Now, while that's going on, Jason already came down. Like, he already, I guess there was a guy, whatever, that was helping him. Already came down, and he was about to get in the car. And he asked Brick, he's like, yo, where's Britt at? And Brick is like, yeah, she's not here, but we gotta go. We gotta go, like, now. So that creepy, suspicious janitor, um, he was circling the halls a couple of times. He ran into Britt, this is as Britt is about to sit there and leave. Now, mind you, this guy called up Cyrus and was like, yo, something's going down tonight. I don't know what it is, but something's going down. Um, anyway. Anyway, Britt is about to leave. Now, Cyrus pretty much gave the order of, yo, I want her gone. Like, now. Like, just make it look like an accident. I don't care. OD, whatever. Just get it done. So, now Britt is surrounded by this crazy guy and some other dudes. So, they're about to sit there and inject her. Now, the minute Jason was like, yeah, she's not here, there's something up, we all knew Jason was going back for Britt. We all knew. Because, honestly, to tell you the truth, I'm not going to lie, it just went way too smooth the first time. So he goes back up there, and, he pretty much takes out one guy. Britt kicks the dude that was acting creepy in the nuts, and I was like, bro, listen, as a guy, I don't even feel bad for you. Like, I really don't. You get everything that you deserve, and have fun with all that pain, cause that looks pretty damn painful. So they leave. Now Cam is circling the halls or whatever, like just really upset. He goes to the room with Jason to confront him again. He doesn't see him there. Now somehow, I don't know how he managed to go downstairs or how he like knew that they were there. But he goes downstairs. Now there's a gunfight. There's a gunfight. Brick managed to take out one of the guys, and you got Jason, you got Jason, you got Britt. Keep mixing up their name, Britt and Brick. West Point. I guess I'll just call it West Point. So you got West Point and Jason, covering for fire, covering or whatever, like they're, hiding somewhere by like the trash cans or whatever. And Brick takes out one of the guys. So he takes out one of the guys, and just as Jason and Westbourne sees an opening, they run into the car. Guess who shows up? Now, mind you, while this gunfire and everything that was going on, Cam just happened to be there. He just happened to be there. So, of course, when the guy gets shot, the gun, drops on the ground. Jason and Britt are running towards the car. Cam shoots Jason in the back. Okay? That little dick shoots him in the back. They manage to get in the car. They get away. Now, at this point, okay, so you shot him in the back, but he's still holding the gun. So Jordan comes up, and, Jordan sees, him with the gun. So, obviously she's going to sit there and point her gun at Cam. Cam turns around, he points his gun at Jordan. Now, at this point, I'm like, bro, you know exactly who she is. Okay, she's not some sort of, one of those bad guys or whatever like that. You know exactly who she is. At this point, I would sit there and think, maybe you should lower your gun. Nope, not Cam. He decides to point it at her like, what are you expecting her to lower her gun first? Like, what is this? Oh, Cam. Cam. I don't know with this guy. I really don't. I feel like I should be more upset the fact that Cam, that little dick, shot Jason in the back. But I guess we needed something. We needed something because, to be honest, again, they got away a little bit too clean. So, he had to be the person that, shoots Jason in the back like this. Anyway, now before the hospital gets on lockdown, Finn talks to Westbourne for a little bit. And then Westbourne leaves. I'm only calling it Westbourne because you got Westbourne and you got Brick, and it's just like, I can't. So, Westbourne isn't even leaving yet, or at least she's about to leave or whatever. At some point, I don't remember who left first, I'm going to be honest. But Finn, I guess Finn is in his own office or whatever. And Liz walks up, just walks in the office, and it's like, what's going on? And she's like, I want to know what's in that vial, yada, yada, yada. Now, at this point, I was like, Liz, why are you sitting there accosting this man? Like, you're not even on his, rotation right now. So, what he's doing or whatever medicine he gave Chase, it's none of your goddamn business. And then she's all like, oh, well, you gaslighted me and now I can possibly lose my job. It was like, no, sweetheart, you can lose your job because of you. Not him. You. So at this point, she's all like, oh, I'm going to go to human resources. This is after Finn was like, no, don't worry about it. I got you as far as trying to save your job. But she's all like, well, if you're not going to tell me, I'm going to go to human resources. And I was like, okay, Liz. All right, you, nosy ass. Fine. So Finn winds up telling Liz all of it. Peter, Peter poisoning Chase, the reason why, and also the fact that Peter killed Franco. So when he says that, Liz is like, oh, and I was blaming Jason, keeping away from his family and all this other stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? I get that she didn't know at the time. So I'm just like, all right, fine. But you know what? I really don't feel bad for you. This is one of those moments where it's like you screwed up, and I'll be the type of person to be like, yep, you did, because as everyone knows, I can get kind of petty. So I was like, no, you deserve all this here. So yeah, now she's in on the whole thing, and Finn is like, listen, just keep your damn mouth shut, because my son's life is in your hand, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know if I can get used to that. But yeah, so now she knows, and all of it. So let's talk about the dinner party. So Kevin, Ava, Laura, Nicholas are all there, waiting for Cyrus, and Martin comes. So the whole plan is to keep Cyrus distracted as long as possible for Carly to do her thing. They have no idea what it is, but Laura's like the less they know, the better. So Cyrus gets there, and Laura does her best to kind of keep things copacetic. Okay, she really does. Um, Everything is somewhat peachy clean for the most part. There's a bit of tension, but then Cyrus, in his infinite wisdom, just reminds everyone of just how much of a scumbag he is. Here's the thing. I love my villains, okay? I love my villains. There's certain lines that you just don't cross, okay? One of those lines is threatening a child. And at some point, Ava and Nicholas are talking about, or Martin brings up the vows or whatever, them, renewing the vows and prep wedding and everything like that. And then Cyrus brings out Spencer's name. And I was like, oh, hell no. The look on Laura's face, that was it right there. She went off on him. She was like, you're never going to be loved. You talk about family, and yet you threaten them. And she went deep, okay? She went deep, like, no F's given. And the things that she said, Cyrus was like, wow. So he was shaken. You can hear in his tone, like, this man, the way he acts is just, I mean, he's had years of acting, but he is just on point, okay? You should have heard, like, you ever hear somebody get so mad that when they talk, they, like, verberate? It's like they can't really talk. It's like they are somewhat stuttering. That's how Cyrus was. So he was just like, I hope you're glad. Like, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed you really just going in on me. He leaves. He gets some more bad news by the guys who pretty much kind of just, messed up the job of taking out Jason and Brett, Listen, he's a kingpin, He pretty much tasked these people to do a simple job, and Jason is stabbed, and you just had to take care of a doctor, and you somehow screwed that up. So, yeah, I think he's going to be giving these people their pink slip, and by pink slip, I mean a bullet in the head, let's just be honest. Nixon Falls. Honestly, tell you the truth, the conversation between Jax and Jocelyn, which pretty much just, I felt like Jocelyn was kind of just hiding a lot of stuff. Like, she said that I don't even know if she even got into the fact that how she hurt her leg or her ankle. Like, at first she was like, oh, I tripped in the pothole, ha ha ha, just me being all clumsy. But then, I don't know if they actually cut to the fact that she really talked about, how she really hurt her ankle. But pretty much the only thing she said was that she was worried that her parents were going to be disappointed in her. And Jax was like, no, I can never be disappointing you. You're my daughter, yada, yada, yada. It seemed like a Full House moment. It was nothing, like if somebody missed that part, they didn't really miss much. Um, let's talk about Nina for a minute. Oh my goodness, there was a part when Nina, because Trina is in, she's in the tent. She's, getting food or whatever. Nina is peeking out, like she's peeking in the window like a creep, and she's telling Sonny, by the way, so where are you right now? You're in your room? Hey, don't leave your room until I get there. Now Sonny is like, first of all, he's like, oh, I'm a grown ass man. You telling me I can't leave my room? Like, and he's like, no, just don't leave your room until I get there. Oh. I can't help it. Don't leave her. So anyway, at some point, we all know that Trina does not see Sonny. She gives her compliments to the chef, which Phyllis doesn't name. Um, and then Nina comes in, and Nina's like, oh, you gotta leave. And Philip's like, the hell? You gotta leave. But then, Nina tried to make something like, oh, well, Jocelyn and Jax are waiting for you, so, you gotta kind of just head on out, so just leave before you screw my plan. That's pretty much what she's saying. So Trina leaves. Some point, I don't know if Phyllis kind of disappeared, she went somewhere. Sonny comes downstairs. And Sonny says something that I was just like, I'm sorry, you you wanna you wanna repeat that again? Sonny was like, I don't know how this conversation started. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you because I didn't drift off, but I was just like, are we just gonna start this off like just the usual typical like the last couple of days, somewhere along the lines. I think because Nina was sitting there talking about Jax and EX and everything like that, and Sonny was like, um, I'm sitting there. Oh, that's what it was. Because Nina was sitting there talking about how she felt like a coward because she was like there was a possibility she can have time with her grandson. She can have time with her grandson, but she doesn't know if she wants to actually do it because she likes it here, and she's like, "Am I a coward?" I don't exactly remember how the conversation was, but I was just like, "Yes, Nina, you are a coward. Not because of that BS crap that you're giving Sonny, but because of the fact that you want to stick it to Carly. You don't want to sit there and expose yourself for the horrible POS that you are. So you rather just hang out in Nixon Falls than spend time with your grandson. That's so yes, you are a coward. And I think somewhere along the lines, that's when Sonny was like, I kind of feel like a coward because I should feel like maybe I should try to find out who I am. I was like, you should try to find out who you are. You almost. I'm trying to do this without laughing. You almost sound like you're interested, like you're slightly interested into trying to figure out who you are. Is that interest? Because you have a wedding ring. You could have kids. But then you said something along the lines of, I don't know, it's the unknown, and I like it here because it's simple and it's easy. And, Nina smiles like she's doing Sonny a favor, and I'm just like, okay, Nina. Boo, listen, when you get caught, and you will get caught. Now, obviously, I'm going to be really petty about it, but I think at this point, I think the majority of the fan base at this point is just like, so when is Nina going to get caught? Because this is going to be a day. This is going to be a good day. I am going to have cake, and I think I may actually have some wine too. Cake is definite. But yeah. There was one part when Ava was like, did you... She said, for Pete's sakes, because, apparently people say that. She was like, for Pete's sakes, could you have, held it together any longer? And I'm like, Ava, when Cyrus brung up Avery, do you want to sit there and recall how you felt when he brung up your child's name? But you wanna sit there and give her a bit of smoke for? Okay, sure, whatever. I think that's about it. If I miss anything, please write it down in the comment section below. I honestly tell you the truth, this was the episode that we needed. We needed something like this. Now, granted, I'm not gonna lie. When the shooting started and they were doing this slow motion like running thing or whatever, I was like, is this what it's like to be on acid? Because I was just like, what is this? The sad part was like, whatever that was just hilarious. But I actually felt like I ignored it just because it was so suspenseful. But if you take that out of context, out of context, oh my god, what? Just this was a good episode. This was a good episode. This was an episode that I think we all needed. Um, and I feel like it's gonna get even better because you see the previews. Jason got shot by Cam, aka the Dick. Yes, this was a really good episode. I did enjoy it. The Jocelyn and Jax thing was like a Full House moment. It was like a Pete, whatever. It was whatever. Um, but the majority of this episode was actually really good, and we needed this. I needed this today. Not that I had a bad day, but this was good. So, it's gonna be so crazy. I'm gonna be watching Days next. See if they can follow on this pattern. But to be fair, I feel like this is like a May sweeps month or whatever. And really, I feel like this was like a May sweeps month. I just wish more of these episodes was like this, because this would be great. Anyway, I rambled along enough. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Did you enjoy this episode? What was your favorite part? Christ, there's so much to talk about. Hopefully this week we can continue this trend a little bit and we could just really kind of get to some good episodes because this was needed. This was needed. Anyway, enough of me rambling. Have a good night. Thank you everyone for watching. I know this came out kind of late. Mondays is my late days, but throughout the week it's gonna be business as usual. So have a good night or a good day, depending on when you're watching this. Be safe. Catch you in the next video.